Welcome to class. My name is Jess and I'm going to be guiding you through this practice. This class is linked in with my series, The 5 Elements, and this week we are working with space, also known as ether, and it is the space in between. It's the space between your breath, the space between your movements and your thoughts. So get ready to deepen your consciousness through this practice. We're going to begin in a cross-legged seat. I'll meet you there when you're ready. Okay, settling into your space. Let your eyes softly close. And beginning to draw your awareness to everything around you. Becoming aware of the space you've created before movement today. If you've moved anything out of the way, if you've lit some candles, some incense, maybe put on some music, what space have you created for yourself? And then becoming aware of this space within the body, taking a body scan from the crown of your head down towards those points of contact with the earth. Observing the areas that feel light and expansive, the areas that feel a little bit tight, maybe there's injury. Whatever it is, try not to judge it, just simply observe. And then becoming aware of your breath and where it sits in the body. So as you inhale, notice where you feel that breath. If it's in the belly, the side body, maybe it's only in the chest at the moment. And as you exhale, where do you feel the breath the most? And then tuning into this just a little bit deeper, become aware of the space between your inhale and your exhale. The subconscious, the areas or the space that we don't usually recognize. Through this practice, we will be drawing our awareness to these moments of vulnerability. And starting to deepen your breath, so breathing in for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. Observe the loop into your exhale as you now breathe out. Observing the loop back into the inhale, breathing in. The transition into the exhale. The transition back into your inhale. And just continue with this 2 more rounds of breath, really observing that space between the breaths. If it's smooth and rhythmic, if there's tension hidden in there. And again, this is all observations. We don't need to overthink it or overanalyze. Amazing. And we'll carry this consciousness of space throughout our practice, so between the movements as well. So breathing in to rise your arms up. At the very top of your breath, your hands connect in prayer. And on your exhale, bring your hands to your heart center in Anjali Mudra. Breathing in, focus on that rising of the arms, of the breath, of the energy. And then exhale, the hands are drawing back in towards the heart. The transition back to inhale as the arms lift, breathing in. And the transition as you exhale and the hands draw back to the heart. Perfect. Take one more round on your own. Beautiful. Keeping the hands at your heart center. See if you can set your intention for this practice today. Making sure it's self-loving and kind. And perhaps linking it in with this theme of space or becoming more conscious of yourself. With your intention in mind, take a long breath into it. Breathing out, let it go. Perfect. Let's make our way into tabletop pose. So just bringing the wrists underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Give yourself a little bit of free movement when you arrive. Notice any tension points throughout the body. Try and ease into that by sending your breath to these points. And remember, we are becoming aware of what we are doing. Perfect. We're coming into melting heart pose to begin this class. So keeping your knees directly under your hips, begin to walk your hands forward. Nice. And then from there, let your shoulders become really heavy. Let the heart fall towards the mat. You can either rest the forehead down, rest the chin down to go a little further, or just hover if that's where the body wants to take you. If you'd like a little bit more, you could always come up onto your fingertips. Now the space element, ether, is deeply connected to our throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra. This is our center for speaking our truth. So starting to open through this area as we breathe in. And as you breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Nice. Final round of breath here. And then exhaling, pushing into your hands, slowly lifting those shoulders up. Walking the hands back into your tabletop. Tucking the toes behind you. Let's meet in downward facing dog. So lifting your knees high. Adding a little pedal of your feet, melting one heel down, followed by the other, relaxing your head in line with the arms. And then starting to pad the feet down into stillness, wrapping the shoulders in towards that center line of the torso for external rotation, keeping the upper body straight and strong and stable. Amazing. Rising up your right leg to the sky, find three-leg dog. Bending into your right knee and opening into your hips. Squeeze your right heel towards your left glute. Keep pressing through the right hand. Try not to twist or change your shoulders. Come high onto your left hip toes. Gently guide your right knee to your right upper arm. And then lightly step your right foot to the outside of your hand. Lowering the back knee. Untuck your back toes, rise your right arm forward and up as you breathe in. Draw the palm to face the right as you open through the shoulder and reach back towards the pinky side edge of your back foot. We're going to bring our right foot to a 45-degree angle, so just gently pivot the big toe away. Lunge your left hip down. And start to rotate the chest towards the sky. Begin to lift your chin, opening through Vishuddha chakra, connecting to that space within the body. As you breathe in, see where you can expand just a little bit more. And then breathing out. Take another breath in. And then exhaling to release your hand from the foot gently. Landing your right hand down underneath your shoulder, tucking the back toes, lifting through the back knee. Add a gentle rock forward and back. And then take a big step forward with your left foot into Malasana. So the heels are going to draw in, toes are out, hips are sinking down, hands are in prayer, pushing your elbows into the knees, and then lift and open through your throat. Breathing in. Breathing out. Notice the space between the inhales and exhales. The subtleties of the body and of the mind. And then gently bring your fingertips towards the floor, lifting your hips up. Heel toe your feet to hip distance and just fold over the legs in Uttanasana. Inhale for your flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins, or if you have a lot of space through the hamstrings, you could keep the fingers on the floor. On your exhale, folding forward. Rising to high mountain, inhale, scoop your arms up towards the sky. On your exhale, bring the hands to your heart center, coming back to your intention, focusing on the space around you and within the body. Rising your arms, breathe in. Exhale to fold forward, dive down over your legs. Lengthening your spine, inhale, flat back. Exhale to bend your knees, plant your hands. We'll step back to high plank pose. Bring your shoulders just past the wrists to breathe in. Exhaling, low plank pose. Untuck your toes, moving into upward facing dog. The knees and thighs are lifting, shoulder heads roll back, heart pulls through, chin lifts, Vishuddha chakra opens. We speak our truth. On your exhale, chin to chest, roll through your spine, moving into downward facing dog. Nice, take a breath in fully. Stick out the tongue for lion's breath, exhale. One more, breathing in fully. Lion's breath, exhale. Perfect. Left leg is rising, breathe in. Bending into your left knee, open into your hips. Squeeze that left heel to your right glute. Parallel your shoulders. Take one more inhale. Come high up onto your right tiptoes. Guide your left knee to your left tricep. Then step the foot lightly to the outside of your left hand, lowering the right knee. Untuck the right toes. Make sure that right hand is underneath the shoulder. If you have any tension at all there, bring the hand ever so slightly to about 2 o'clock. Rise your left arm forward and up, breathing in. Pivot the palm to face the left, reach back, squeeze the right heel in. See if you can grab hold of the pinky side edge. If you haven't quite got the foot, keep your hand reaching in that direction with the palm facing the left. Left foot swings to a 45-degree angle. We're gazing over our shoulder, then lifting the chin, breathing in, creating space around the heart, breathing out. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Release the hand from the foot, bring it underneath your shoulder, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, gaze forward, breathe in, step forward, top of the mat. Heels are in, toes are out, hips sink down. Become aware if you're conscious of that movement from lizard lunge into Malasana. If you really focused on every step of the journey there. And if not, try and bring your consciousness to that. Take one more inhale with that chin lifting. Exhaling, fingertips to the floor. Lift your hips up, heel toe your feet to hip distance. Breathing in for a flat back, lengthening into your spine. Exhaling to fold forward. High mountain inhale, rise your arms up. Hands are drawing to the heart center. Exhale. Inhale, rise your arms into space. Exhale, fold forward. Weight stays in the toes like you're on the edge of a mountain. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. You can step back, you can hop back, however you'd like to get there, landing silently. Moving to upward facing dog on your next inhalation. Exhaling, downward facing dog, rolling all the way back. Take a breath in together. Through the mouth, exhale. Clearing that throat space. Again, breathe in. Clearing, exhale. Rise the right leg, inhale, 3-leg dog. Bend your knee, open into your hips slightly. Pull that left heel over to your right shoulder. Come high on your left tiptoes. Keep the integrity of the back leg as you shift your shoulders on top of your wrists in your high plank scorpion. Take one breath in, the chin is lifting. Exhale, draw the shoulders back into down dog. Draw the right knee to your chest and then hold it in down dog. So we're elongating the lumbar spine. So we're not rounding, we're lengthening. Inhale, lift the heel high, draw yourself forward, high plank scorpion, breathe in. Exhale, down dog with knee to chest. Last one, breathing in, lifting that knee, drawing yourself forward, breathing in. Exhale, down dog with your knee to chest. Perfect. Step your right foot all the way to the outside edge of your right hand. Rising your right arm into lizard lunge twist, draw your chin towards the sky, and then cactus your right arm and pull that elbow back into the midline of the posterior chain. Take one more breath in, opening through that pectoral, creating space in the chest. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Draw your back heel all the way in, toes out, and then sink back to that back leg. Okay, so we're now in Skandasana, back of the mat. Our left heel is in, toes are out. You could be in Skandasana up high, or if your hips allow you to come further down, then do. Hands are at heart, lifting tall, breathe in. Breathing out, Skandasana, top of the mat, straighten your left leg. Draw your hips towards the right leg. Take one more inhale to lengthen your spine. And then exhale, both hands come down, shoulder distance apart. We're simultaneously pivoting on the ball of the back foot into lizard lunge. 3-leg dog, rise your right leg high to the sky as you inhale. And on your exhale, take your journey into low plank pose. You could come forward on one leg, you could lower the foot, lower the knees, you could take a spirit dive. However you want to get there, find low plank. Inhaling for upward facing dog on your next inhale. And then exhale, moving into down dog, become aware of your journey there. The space between the poses, remember. Okay, take a breath in and breathing out. And we learn so much about ourselves when we focus on this space. Rise your left leg up, bending into your knee, open into your hips slightly, pull the left heel towards the right shoulder. Come high on your right tiptoes, shift forward to high plank scorpion, breathe in. Chin is lifting, exhale, down dog with knee to chest, elongating the lumbar spine. Inhale, high plank scorpion, come forward, breathing in to create space. Exhale, exploring the space and the journey all the way back to down dog with knee to chest. Last round, breathing in to come forward. Exhaling, down dog with knee to chest. Draw that knee all the way forward, step it to the outside of the left hand. Think about the rising of the arm. This is the journey, this is the space. Lift it up as you breathe in. Nice. On your exhale, cactus the arm, pull that elbow into the midline of the back body. Try not to dip your right shoulder forward, instead externally rotate it around so we have stability. One more breath in. Exhaling to straighten the left leg. Pivot the right foot all the way around. This is the journey. Bring it to the back of your mat. Hands to heart center. Lift up tall. Breathing in. Breathing out. So we're focusing on the journey from A to B rather than A and B themselves. When you're ready, we're journeying to Skandasana, top of the mat, straightening, bending, sinking to the left hip. Breathing in to lengthen your spine, creating space always. Breathing out those right toes, you're flexing back towards you. One more inhale. Both hands come down, shoulder distance apart, left toes pivot out to the side, ball of right foot, push through the palms, inhale, left leg to the sky, 3-leg dog. And when you're ready, moving through your transition to low plank, focus on the transition, know that whatever choice you've taken is right for you and your body. And see what you can learn from what you have chosen. Moving to upward facing dog on the breath in. And exhaling to downward facing dog. Perfect. We'll take one last round of Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. And through this round, instead of focusing on the poses, which I imagine you know fairly well, focus on the journey between them. Okay, focusing on that space. Breathing in to come up onto your tiptoes, bending into your knees, gazing to your hands. This is the journey. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhaling, flat back, lengthening your spine. Exhaling, folding forward. Focus on the journey up, high mountain. Inhale, rise your arms. Exhaling to fold forward, diving down. Breathing in for a flat back, lengthen your spine. Make your way to low plank pose. Focus on the journey there. How do we get there safely? From low plank pose, moving into upward facing dog to breathe in. Exhale, focus on your spinal roll all the way back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take one full breath in. Through the mouth, exhale. Lower your knees down towards the floor. Keep your toes tucked and sit your hips to your heels. So make sure your little pinky toes are tucked under as well. We're going to rise up into a high kneeling position. Reach your arms out in front of you where your wrists are in line with your shoulders. We're going to take 3 little strengthening movements to engage through the quads. So engage your glutes. Create one strong plank from knees to shoulders. So there's no sitting, no back bending. Instead, one strong plank, we lean back, firing up those quads, and then coming forward. When you're ready, let's go, leaning back. Make sure you can still breathe with the glutes and the core engaged, and drawing forward. Again, drawing back. And drawing forward. Nice. Okay, we're coming into one round of Ustrasana, camel pose. You can have the fingertips either down, palms resting at the kidney area, shoulder heads rolling back and away so the elbows can squeeze into that midline for support. If you'd rather join me in our full camel pose, reach your hands forward. We're going to come back together. So if your hands are here, stay as you are. Lift your rib cage out of the hips and we lean back, pressing hips forward, chest lifting. If you want to follow me, reach your hands forward, lean back. Firing up the quads, bring your hands towards your heels and then roll those shoulder heads back, press the hips forward into camel. The glutes are super engaged here. And we're lifting from right behind the heart as though someone's just prodding between the shoulders. Now open through your throat just a little bit. Keep strength through the neck. Breathing in. Breathing out. Again, breathing in. Breathing out. To come out, bring your hips back. Create that strong line again with knees and shoulders. Bring your hands to your quads. Lift yourself up. Perfect. If your hands are here, gently release them. Everyone untuck your toes, lower your hips to your heels. You'll be tempted to take a forward fold or a twist, but just naturally let the body rest in its neutral spine. Palms resting, eyes closing, 3 rounds of breath. Focus on the transition between inhale and exhale, that subtle space. The space where everything happens. Perfect. Okay, opening through the eyes. Come down onto your hips. Swing your legs around. And just give your knees a little bop bop. We're going to plant the soles of feet to the floor. Slide your hips forward to the center. And when you're ready, bring the hands behind your thighs. Lift up tall. If you want a bit of core, reach the hands forward. We'll come all the way down onto our back. Nice and slowly. Lovely. From here, we're going to extend the legs out long. Bring your heels together and then fan your big toes away from one another. So we're creating a mermaid fin. Bring the backs of your hands to the butt cheeks and the palms of your hands to the floor. So we're literally sitting on our hands. Okay, now from here, hug your elbows in really close. And then push through your elbows to lift your head, neck, and your chest. And now you've created this little framework underneath your body with your arms in a 90-degree. We're going to lift the chest up as though a string is guiding it up into space. And then from there, release your neck back. And you can slide back slightly onto the hands as you rest the crown of head to the ground. If it doesn't quite reach, you could always place a block underneath the head or just hover and hold. Hug those elbows in nice and close. Pull the chest up like you are creating as much space as you can around the heart. Make sure you can breathe easily in our fish pose. Matsyendrasana. Release your hands if you want to go further, making sure you haven't got any neck injuries. Coming into our full fish pose, the hands come up into prayer. We sit some weight into our hips and lift the heels. Legs are in one strong line. Take one more breath in. Then breathing out to lower the legs. Releasing the hands, bring them down for support by your hips or under your butt. Bring the chin to chest and then lower all the way down. When you arrive down on your back, bring the feet just slightly wider. Give your hips a little shimmy out. Give the body a little shimmy. And then bring the palms of your hands just to face up, somewhere alongside the body. Eyes are closing down. Just bring all of your awareness to the throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra. And visualize that space expanding and opening with each breath you take. Allowing you to be true to who you are. Allowing you to connect to the subtleties, to the subconscious mind. Observing any thoughts that arise here as you come into stillness. And then observing the space between the thoughts, the clear sky, where the clouds have parted. The body surrenders. We allow our mind the opportunity to do the same. While keeping your eyes closed, just drawing yourself back into this moment. Become aware of the space around you, the energy you have created within the body that radiates from you into this room. Observe any shifts of perception, any shifts of energy, any shifts of tension in the body. And this whole practice itself was a transition between the beginning and the end of the practice. What happens in the middle is where we're fully conscious. We explore and we learn so much about ourselves. You can begin to add some movement to awaken your body. Maybe wiggling the fingers, the toes, rolling the back of the head against the mat. And then gradually in your own time, there's no rush at all. Take any other stretches you may need. We will meet in a cross-legged seat, facing forward. Find your tall spine, bring the hands into prayer, and Anjali Mudra. Bowing the chin towards the chest. Coming back to your intention of practice. And finding gratitude for the space you've created within your body, within your mind, and the room around you. And finding gratitude towards yoga for allowing us this opportunity to dive into our consciousness. The light in me honors the love, light, and beauty in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining practice. I really hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions at all, please drop it in the comments box below. I'll be sure to get back to you. If you did love this class, please give it a little thumbs up and subscribe. It's a very small act of kindness that helps me continue to share these classes with you for free on YouTube. Thank you so much. Namaste.